First, though, how much food do you throw away untouched and uneaten? According to new research out today, we're throwing away £10 billion worth of edible food every year, and much of it before its sell-by date.
So how can we cut down on our waste? Tim Muffet joins us. He's having breakfast with a Welsh family in Winchester to find out. Any more members of the family come down to breakfast yet, Tim?
Not yet. We're expecting more a little later as they wake up. So, good morning to you. As we heard, some extraordinary figures. An average family with children wastes around £600 a year on food. Much of it is perfectly fine, which just ends up in the bin. The Welsh family, though, are pretty good at not throwing too much away. Let's find out how they do it. Adam, if I could first ask you, how do you do it? How do you avoid throwing away too much of your food?
Well, I think the first trick is really not to buy too much in the first place. And what we do is buy fresh food for 3 to maybe 4 days. And then anything that we have left over, we try and use in the next meal. So shepherd's pies, spaghetti bolognese, that always carries forward. That's a good one for us.
Now, Bernadette, when you go shopping, how do you avoid those temptations which we all have to contend with?
Well, shopping for a family of 6, it is very tempting. But if I buy too much, then I freeze it. And in fact, if you want to have a look in the freezer...
Yeah, let's check out your fridge and your freezer. I was pretty impressed. It's very ordered, much more ordered than mine, I have to confess.
Right, I always know what's in there and I try and rotate it. But there's always lots of 2-for-1 offers, which for us as a family of 6, it's... certainly keeps the bills down. So, but mincemeat is great. You can put that into lots of different things, and I've got some cubed beef there, which I can make a casserole and freeze the rest. If I don't get around to using it, then I can freeze it. So it's all useful stuff.
Very impressive, Bernadette. Thanks very much indeed. Let's have a quick chat to Janey Lee Grace, author. I know you've written extensively on food, on related subjects as well. Where do you think we're going wrong? I mean, are supermarkets partly to blame, the way they're laid out, the way they tempt us so much?
I think supermarkets very much are to blame, actually, with lots of this. And I think it's a bigger issue. As well as throwing away food, we throw away copious amounts of packaging, which is, yet another subject for another time. But, one option is to just get stuff delivered, get a vegetable box delivery scheme, which you will then get stuff that's in season, and that's another huge benefit. In wartime, we know that people were healthier. They ate less, but they also ate seasonally. So getting stuff delivered is good. I mean, lots of people do order online now. And what that does do is remove the temptation. If you walk around a supermarket, and never go when you're hungry, by the way, or just before lunch, because you will be tempted then to just buy everything. And you see these things, and there's a fabulous bog off, or buy one, get 2 free, and then you just think, I could use that. But it's not really free, because if you end up throwing it away, it actually ends up costing you more.
Of course, bog off, buy one, get one free, just in case I thought you were being rude for a moment. Do you think we should be getting back to basics then? That's the answer, is in terms of thinking about keeping food and reusing it for a later day?
I think it really is about going old style. Just literally think old-fashioned. Grow your own stuff if you can, that would be ideal. Go to a farmer's market, get stuff delivered, make fresh meals, cook more than you need, and then freeze one. Then you have your own ready meal. Of course, in the olden days, we'd make jams, wouldn't we? But we can certainly make soups, casseroles, all of that stuff. If you've got a juicer, and Bernadette was telling me she might have one stashed away somewhere, so I'm going to convince her to use up loads more fresh fruit and veg, and have juicers too.
Thanks ever so much indeed, guys. Thanks for having us this morning. Well, I think I've been inspired. My wife, has to be said, is very good at keeping food and using it for a later date. Thanks ever so much indeed. It's a huge amount of money, though, isn't it? £10 billion a year. It seems that we are collectively throwing away into the bin. People hoping